Let us see if we're live.
Let's settle a little bit. Why don't we do it in the road?
Okay.
No
3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to BatYard's Finest. I'm Jerry, still your current resident from MOA, and today I've got this guy to my left.
Hi, I'm Josh from Metropolis. Happy to be here. Thanks for taking over, Jerry. This is going to be interesting.
I got this awesome guy down here on the very bottom.
Hey, I'm Tony.
And then, of course, in the corner, we have this guy.
What's up, guys? I'm Matt, and recently moved to Gotham. How you doing?
Finally, we finally got him to do something.
He did something. Oh my gosh! It only took like over 30 episodes.
Damn straight. I had to make the money. How many times do I try to get an apartment in Gotham? I get robbed when I walk in the door.
You working for Bruce Wayne?
You know, as usual, we're here to bring you all the finest things of pop culture and now anime, comics, and any other thing we feel like discussing. And today we have a couple of interesting topics, but before that, we like to start off with BS or anything, you know, Batman, Superman related. So if anybody has anything, take it away.
Yeah, Matt, you take it. You're just. I didn't hear the whole story, so I know you're talking about a pre.
Okay.
Podcast,
so my story is this: around like Poughkeepsie, Hyde Park area in New York, we got a guy likes to dress up as Joker, kind of like he's more Jokerish a little bit, his own style. He's now roaming Poughkeepsie, liking to do his thing. He's been just walking up the street, but I met him 2 years ago at the gym, where he would walk up to you as the Joker and his little weird setup. He was more like an emo Joker, and he would walk up to you with an hourglass, and he'll flip the hourglass right next to you when you're working out, on your machine, and have it time and look at you. And then, like, if you made eye contact with him, he would nod at you, and walk away. And he disappeared for a while. He showed up like maybe 2 or 3 times. Now, due to the pandemic, it's now over. He's starting to come back out again. And he's starting to walk the streets more as the Ghostface killer from Scream. And he carries a scythe in the hourglass sometimes. Or he'll show up as the Joker again. So today I ended up going to the gym again, thinking we're not going to run into that ever again. He's outside the gym on the side of the road, just tossing a scythe around that's like a Halloween prop, and the air and everything, freaking out the people who are going in the gym, just tossing him like just like a stick, just tossing it out, and just look at you. He would look at you for a while, and then look back, look at you, and look back, and do his whole thing. It was just like, what the fuck's happening? And I'm waiting for him to come back and like go into the gym and do his routine. He never went into the gym. I kind of got disappointed. But at the same time, I was like, I don't really want him here.
Yeah.
Because I already get the usual weirdos at the gym anyway. So I'm like, I don't want that in the gym again.
Yeah.
He probably didn't have the hourglass. Maybe he had the hourglass in his backpack. He had a backpack with him. So I don't know what's his bag of goodies.
Maybe he was... What? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Fucking weird. So, like,
it is weird.
Up at the gym, like.
No, he like literally is that. I think whenever he goes in person, like public, anywhere. Really?
I wonder if he like scans into the gym and then like does all that shit.
No,
I just fucking walks in.
No, I don't know. I really don't know. What?
Who is this? Do you know him? Like, do you know his name?
Don't know him at all. Don't know him at all. I remember 2 years ago, I sent Jerry and our friend Greg this photo on Instagram saying, dude, there's a Joker guy here. And they just wrote, what the fuck?
I remember that night because I'm like, there's no way. I thought he was fucking with us. No, like he had the hair color, like everything, face paint.
Yeah.
He really thought he was the Joker.
He has, he's like in more of an emo styled, more gothic, emo style Joker. It's really weird. So like that's a weird take. I kind of like digging this style of it, but like he needs to work on the red face paint, but no, we don't need that at the gym or just running around on the road. He just like looks at, when he's on the road, he stares at you in your cars.
Yeah.
And he has this weird thing with his hand. For some reason, he can make his hand look like it's a prosthetic, but it's not a prosthetic. So it looks like it's a fat, thick hand that's hanging and useless. It's just useless to him. And we're just like, what is that? But then I saw him today. He's using that fucking hand. So I don't know what's up with this. It's weird. That hand thing is only when he's dressed up as the Ghostface killer.
We gotta interview this guy. We gotta find this guy and figure out what's going on with him. Matt, you're our in. You're the one who knows this guy. You've seen this guy. You have to talk to him and go like,
Next
yo,
time
I got
go to
this
the gym
YouTube channel. We wanna interview you, and we know like you're really good at interviews. So I think you should do it.
No.
Just get him interested. All right, and I'll do the interview. You just be the guy behind the guy. Okay. Just you have to be the initiator.
The guy behind the guy
around.
Behind
See, it's like you see it makes for you because you see him at the gym and shit. If it was like me, you know, coming down from Albany, going like, "Yo, I heard about you." That's like a little weird. You gotta.
I mean, he might.
You gotta be the instigator, you know.
You gotta initiate the conversation.
Yeah, I heard you from the capital region. I heard you're very famous down here. We need to. I don't know what accent I'm doing. We need to interview.
Oh man. Oh god.
Almost like
Tony.
Anyone know BS?
Loki came out. Loki is on episode 2 right now. I think episode 2 came out last night.
Don't spoil it for me.
Have you watched episode 1 yet?
I'm only gonna see episode 1. I haven't done 2 yet.
I still haven't seen episode 2. Episode 1 was great. I'm super excited for this show.
I liked it where it left off. How the pacing of the show is going.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna set up something for the next couple of Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's gonna set up a lot, supposedly. I heard it's supposed to go on for 2 seasons.
Oh.
2 seasons, not just 1.
I like that.
So we're gonna see more Loki for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And it's like if it's like everything else, it's gonna be probably like up to 10 episodes.
Yeah,
so
should be good.
That's a decent amount for Loki.
That's not bad.
And everything.
Yeah. I was a little disillusioned with what I've seen of what was it? Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was like, oh no, they're doing like normal Marvel stuff, but like Loki is like crazy weird stuff, and I'm like, I like that. I want the crazy weird stuff.
Have we all seen Loki? This is the first episode.
I'm like halfway through it.
Oh, okay. So no, we can't really talk about it, and Josh hasn't answered yet. So it sounds like he has not talked, so seen it. So
I haven't seen.
We can't really spoon anything. I'm just gonna say this. What?
I only seen Wanda Man, and that's it.
WandaVision.
Yeah,
we did the review. Wanda Man. You still have to finish that shit.
I still haven't. I seen most of Wanda Man except for the last episode, so that shows how much I see.
I'm just gonna say this: Owen Wilson is actually doing a pretty decent job doing this series. He's not being like an idiot. He's actually like staying like actually well, like balanced to his character has to be. He's not becoming like a clown.
Yeah.
Or doing the wow. Ooh. I
kind
of thought he was going to. I kind of do want one. I thought he was going to say one.
He's going to give us one.
We all know in the trailers, in the trailer for the first episode, we saw Loki's in the courtroom. And it's going to spoil a little bit. There's one part when he goes in there, and I thought he was about to say, wow. Like, at one point, because the way he was talking, he starts over a W, and I was like, he's going to do a wow. Oh, jeez. I'm just going to say it's going to be a good series going on for, like, further.
Oh, yeah.
So, Tony, I know you had, like, some news about the Catwoman Batman thing. Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Catwoman Batman thing?
With the Harley Quinn show.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Take it away,
Yeah.
Tony.
Why do I have to do this?
Because
I
you
heard
mentioned
of
it to
this
me.
news.
This is
I
news
heard
from
this.
you. You have to tell me.
I
I
guess-
heard
You
this
have to
one.
tell them
I guess
at home.
according to DC's, like superheroes don't do oral. So because Batman wasn't allowed to go down on Catwoman, apparently, according to the Harley Quinn director. I don't know why DC draws the line there. That's kind of weird. I don't know. It's interesting.
But they let him groom Barbara Gordon, and then they have sex like in that Killing Joke movie, which was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yep.
So that's like way worse. That's
saw
like
something
why
about that.
would they allow that?
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it's so dumb. No, I saw something. It was on Instagram. I saw it, and I go, yeah, the director for freaking Harley Quinn is telling us we shouldn't have that much sex stuff going on. And in the show, I'm like, that's like every joke. So you're really just killing the show off.
I know. I saw something they posted too saying it's not that Batman chooses not to. He would do it. He just can't. And I'm like, well, what's the fucking point?
Yeah,
Wait,
he's
wait,
not
you
allowed
can't.
to.
What's it called? Every joke Harley Quinn swears Batman fucks bats. So in that show, what do you think he does in that cave? He just fucks bats. Oh God.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much of that show. I only seen that one episode that Matt made me watch.
I've seen both 2 seasons. I don't know. They're talking about making a 3rd season, but I haven't seen them drop anything yet. So,
so I don't know if you guys have. I have the only news I have is Ned Beatty, most known for Otis from Superman the movie, has just passed away.
I saw you
June
posting that
13th.
yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, June 13th, 2021. And for us younger generation people, he was Lotso Fun Hugging Bear in Toy Story 3, and also the mayor in Rango. And he was in Deliverance Network. So he's like a well-to-do actor. But obviously, I'm gonna have a soft spot for Otis.
How old was he?
He was up there. He was pretty old.
He was
80s
120.
He's born in
God.
He was born in 1937, so age 83. So literally the same age as Superman now.
Oh wow.
So 83 years old. Yeah. So he had a
Damn.
full fulfilling life, but he finally made it to Otisburg in the great beyond. So rest in peace, Betty. We'll all join you in Otisburg at some point in time. So I don't know if you guys have any BSBS news or anything else you guys want to mention.
I know from last episode, I said next time we go live, I would share one of my con stories from my youth
right,
and some of the crazy stuff I've seen. So
yeah, shoot, yeah, definitely.
God. I don't know where to start. I've seen so much. Okay. This one is one of the best memories that I ever had at a con. So I'm 16 years old. Me and my friends, we're in line. One of them smuggled in like a huge fucking bottle of like vodka, and we're all just chugging it. We're in line just drunk as hell, just getting women, everybody come dance with us, dance on us and all this. And so we're at this point now, we're like, damn, I'm kind of thirsty. And so we're asking people like, hey, you got some water? And they're like, which kind of water you want? And we're like, regular water, the fuck? And so somebody told us that it's a usual tradition. I don't do it and I don't partake of it. But they usually put like LSD in the water and hand it out to people.
At a con?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
What?
Imagine like not even knowing you're taking LSD and you just like get spiked. That's like the worst way to do it. Then you're like, then that's when you lose your fucking mind. Yeah, that's fucked.
it gets better from there.
Did you get
spiked
Oh
water?
no.
No, I didn't get the
Did you
spiked
drink
water.
the tea? Did you eat the
No.
cake? Yeah.
So we
Did you eat
finally
the
get
cake?
in, and it's a huge like laser show they have going on by the time we get there. And I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm finna go get my freak on. So I'll make my way like kind of like off center left to the stage where there's the bass is the heaviest. And I just see people like on the ground convulsing, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like somebody I thought was literally having a seizure just on the ground, shaking profusely, like they had to get the paramedics in and everything.
It was a
no.
dance.
No, she really had a seizure.
Oh god.
Oh no.
What? Like just like
Oh Jesus.
was it a
Okay.
light show or something, or just like out of nowhere?
Yeah, from the light show. Because back then, this is when they had lights, they had like the huge fucking Beatles speakers that they used on concert, and they had the smoke machines and the fog. It was like the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, I need to get the hell out of here. So I walk out to go use the bathroom. And I just step outside to get some fresh air. And I see 4 dudes. It's 2 skinny white guys and 2 cops just sprinting down this 45-degree slope. And the dudes, they're gone. They're halfway up the street, and the cops are struggling to catch them.
Well, yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
gonna say anything, but our cops are a little hefty now.
Yeah, they were. You might as well call the bacon factory.
Fucked. Oh my
I've been
god.
seeing more of cop videos of them chasing people as like big, large cops, and people are just jogging because they can't, like, because the cops aren't running after them, after them.
But I got 2 more good stories I'll say for the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, leave it on cliffhanger. We'll have like a con time with Jerry like segment each morning, each part of the episode.
God, that's beating fucking what's it called, Rhode Island Con for us.
Oh, that was a good time. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
That was a good time.
Yeah, we'll save that one.
Oh
I don't think it's going to compete with Jerry's stories.
no,
to
it's
be
not.
honest.
That's why I said beating Rhode Island Con for us.
That's like the closest, but like nothing bad happened.
No, but like the thing is, like the guy having the seizure, like I noticed like a lot of people in like the last couple of years, they've been adding that thing that they land on the ground, they jitter for a little bit for like 5 seconds to get back up. I thought that's what you're talking, like that's the dance he was doing, that dance, but a little bit longer then he got back up. But you're like, nah, he's in a seizure. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucked.
Oh no.
Mm.
Anybody else have any more news stories or anything
That's
else
nothing on
to
the
share?
cake.
Not really. I mean, I
That's
don't think we
icing.
can really top that.
Yeah.
No.
Tony, you got anything?
There was a trailer for Uzumaki, I think, that came out. I haven't watched it yet, but that's pretty hyped off. This should be good. It's a
Uzumaki.
What's that? It's a manga from Junji Ito. He's like a very famous like horror manga person. Yeah, so they're making it.
They have a trailer for that?
Yeah, it just came out yesterday, I think, and it's gonna be on Adult Swim. I'm not sure who's making the actual anime, but I guess there's like a reputation. Like every time they try to make an anime out of his stuff, it doesn't work. But apparently this one's gonna be good.
I got something too. After you just mentioned anime, I just remember something. Let me see if I can bring it back up.
I hope they get Studio Wit on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what this series is you guys talking about at all. So I'm kind of lost.
I'll tell you about it once we get finished.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably will watch it later. Then Jujutsu Kaisen, there's a movie. That's a manga / anime that's out right now. That they're bringing out a movie for December 24th.
Oh,
so
nice.
Christmas Eve, they're dropping a movie.
Nice.
Film Zero. I can't wait for that to come to US.
It's gonna be crazy. I think that's the date for the United States. I think. I haven't looked too deep into it, but that's the only day I've been seeing. So it's just saying December opens up in December 24th. And with every movie theater right now, usually anime movies last for only a week and they boot it out. And right now, every theater is grabbing whatever they can and keeping it long enough.
Yeah.
Like Regal, I literally went to the Regal last weekend and they still have Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer came out like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And usually that's out the door. And that's another movie, Josh. If you have the Regal still by you, you should watch that. You would actually enjoy that.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
That's a really good movie.
It was good, yeah.
But you don't know anything about Demon Slayer, so
I don't know shit about any anime, so like everything's going right over me. But I'm learning. That's why we have you guys. That's why we're gonna talk about our next segment. That's
this is something I've been looking forward to all week. So this week for the short, I had everybody watch Cowboy Bebop, and more specifically the first episode, Asteroid Blues. And I feel that Matt is going to have the strongest opinion about it.
Oh man, so I'm telling the synopsis here. Okay, so Cowboy Bebop. This episode, the first episode, is really about us meeting the main character, Spike, and his friend. Well, actually, bounty hunter. He's more the tech guy and helps him guide the ship, Jet. They're basically just waiting around, waiting to see what's the next bounty. They're two bounty hunters, and they end up finding out about a guy that's on this one planet, and he's out there. He's wanted for selling illegal drugs. So they end up going and chasing him around, and the guy that's selling the illegal drugs has his girlfriend, wife, that's pregnant. But at the same time, you learn later on in the series, and an episode, she's not pregnant. She's just carrying cargo in her stomach. So they end up like basically chasing her around, and like this show is more like takes it serious, but at the same time, there's a nice comedy balance with it. So like just have like such nonsense just happens, but Spike is basically just trying to track down these people. He ends up finding this guy that's like, this guy that helps him, that tells him that, oh, this is guy, you're going to meet up with this guy at this one certain location, and you're going to talk to a woman, and that's going to be the guy that he's hunting down. Ends up doing the same thing. He goes in the bathroom, and he meets up with a guy. He doesn't really know it's him at the moment, walks out, ends up flirting, kind of helping pick up groceries because it bumps into the girlfriend's hand, shoulder, and then she drops her bag, the groceries, and he helps pick her up. And the guy is freaking out because beforehand he did a drug deal, and he had to show his drug deal. That's like, I think they call it red eye or something like that. Jerry,
they call it bloody eye.
Bloody eye, that's it. And he takes a vial, you put it into like a capsule, and it's like an airbrush thing, and it shoots the vials, liquids into your eyes. And out of nowhere, you just get your senses hypered, and you freak out. And like you kind of can freak out, or you can control it enough that you can manipulate time flow for you at a short period of time because you're moving so fast with it. And they end up like figuring out this guy's not good, and he's trying to get away. Goes further. Phone call ends. So the guy goes forward. They keep going on. Spike's trying to figure out. They travel down more. Ends up finding out that's the guy. The guy goes crazy and just keeps taking his the blood eye, and they end up chasing him into a. Well, here we go. I forget your freaking ringtones are T-Rex.
Just keep talking. They can hear you.
So they end up finding out that this is the right guy, and they end up chasing after him and this old cruiser that Spike has in his main ship. And there's a police lineup waiting up in space and shoots up the target they're going at, the bounty they're going after. And this ruins the ship, but beforehand, he overdoses basically on the blood eye, and the phone call dropped. again. And he basically overdoses on the blood eye, and the girlfriend notices he's going too crazy, so she puts a cap in his head. Why would he keep dropping these balls? Oh man,
I think it's Tony.
Is it Tony? Tony,
Yeah,
stop
sure.
dropping us.
I keep adding Tony, and then like he keeps dropping. You can't hear me right now.
I can't hear you now.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
You're gone to me.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello? Okay, so we can
Hello.
all hear each other besides Tony. Every time I try to add Tony to the call, I can't fucking point. Every time I add Tony to the call, we all get dropped. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, you can't hear us. Tony can hear us? I don't know how Tony...
Tony can't hear us.
Tony can hear us with the computer. So I'm going to try it again, but you guys keep going.
So that's like kind of my synopsis. The best way I can do it sped up in a way, but like we can discuss it better details with all four of us once we. Well, technically, me and Jerry, because Josh and trying to hopefully fix him and our connection with Tony.
Everything's fixed.
So I think I'm back.
Are you back?
We got Tony back.
I think I'm back.
You're back. Every time I try to call you, Tony, it literally dropped everyone. So I don't know what the hell.
What brand? What kind of phone you have? You have the Verizon, Sprint, LG.
I have an iPhone.
Tony made his own phone.
Tony made his own phone. Does it stick in rocks? Jesus Christ! Is there a hamster rolling the freaking thing?
Tony
That's
phone
how smart
10.
Tony is. He makes his
The
own
iTony.
iTony.
iTony. So Matt, from that beautiful synopsis that I only heard half of it.
The people heard us. I did probably a bad job this time with this one, but
no, you did great. You did great. I heard every word. I read your lip reading. I read every word.
Sure.
I caught most of it.
Yeah. So due to after watching this, I actually continued watching the season.
I know. I wanted to keep watching it.
Yeah.
I watched it last night
because it's a perfect balance. It was a nice, perfect balance that wouldn't fuck up. But I just enjoyed it really well. I just wish we did episode 2 instead of one more, because 2 is more chaotic and stupid and runs with the next thing we're going to talk about.
Oh no! How the fuck?
The second episode is about him trying to catch a corgi.
Oh, that's sick.
They're showing little bits of that at the end of the episode, like kind of like next coming episode.
Oh my god, it
threw me off. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Oh wait. Oh,
the corgi's a special corgi. The corgi is a special corgi. The corgi is actually a modified science project.
Don't tell me. I haven't seen an episode. You're spoiling it. Come on. We're just talking about the first episode.
But it runs so much more with this.
All right. Josh. What did you think about it, Josh?
I thought it was fucking awesome.
Give me one
second. I was amazed. I remember Tony and I, we watched. Where the fuck you go, Matt?
I'm adding more light to me. It's your turn to talk. I'm sorry.
But anyway, I thought it was really fucking awesome, and it was like a huge relief after we watched the fucking movie. I was like, oh my god, I need something good in my life to watch. And then we watched it after. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. Why didn't we do more of this? I wish we just watched the whole series instead of this. Whatever the other thing we're going to talk about, and it was so relieving. I felt like a weight went off my shoulders. I was like, oh my god, something good. Oh, thank you. And it was so relieving. And I was talking to Tony all the time. I was like, holy shit, how the fuck did they do this? Because it was 1998 when they recorded this, and we're looking at which version to watch. I remember Tony was like, should we watch the dub version or the the regular Japanese version, the first version? And I guess the dub version's as praised as the Japanese version, so we're like, all right, we'll do the dub one. I wanted to go back and watch it again and actually rewatch it with the Japanese version, just to kind of see if there's any differences. I mean, obviously there's going to be different languages, but like with performances, different styles that way. But I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I was amazed how they even did the animation. I was like, how the fuck did they do this without any computer work? it seems like it's all hand drawn, but like it's 1998, so they still had computers. Like Toy Story came out in 1995, 94. So I was like trying to figure out, did they use any computers with this show, or was it just all hand drawn?
I have a feeling they probably didn't do that much with the computers in this one.
It didn't look like any.
I don't think so, because I would say there's like even more earlier stuff. I think Gundam has more action in it, and that's I think earlier on too. It has like almost the same amount of action. And I think Jerry, please help me with this one. Elon Gilligan or Elon, whatever the fuck it is.
Neon Genesis,
Genesis, that's it. Even Gilligan, yeah. That one, that's like think about the same time period, and they have the same kind of shit going on too.
Yeah, I think,
and everyone highly rates that one pretty good too.
I was even amazed how they did like the reflection on the windshield. Like they're like driving, you see the reflection of like this like space, outer space, and like what's going on like in the foreground. I was like, how the fuck do they do that? Like because they're like drawing like layer on layer, and like there's two different things happening in the in the same scene. I was like amazed just by how they did reflection. I was like, holy shit! I just wanted to watch more of this. And then Tony and I were looking at all the episodes. It's only like what, 25 episodes, 26 episodes,
something like that. Yeah.
26.
It was like crazy. I'm like, that's it? Like, where's the rest of it? I definitely want to keep watching it. I was like thoroughly enjoying this. Like this and Lupin, or however you pronounce it. I like that. This is like my stuff. These like seem like my repertoire of like animes. Like this is like, oh yeah, this is. I totally understand what anime is about and like what would get me in. Yeah, this is, and it felt like kind of Star Wars, vibes a little bit. Just like they're kind of like two bounty hunters, smugglers almost, and like they're just trying to get the job done, and like it like all the scenery and everything. It gave me that vibe a little bit, and I don't know. It just seemed like the world was set up like it was already lived in before we even got to watch it. And I just liked how it just kind of started in the middle of the story, almost like it felt like it's just like, all right, here we are. Here's the characters. Boom. It doesn't waste your time with an origin story. I mean, origin stories are interesting, but like I feel like almost if you see one origin story, you've seen them all, and we don't really need origin stories for every, hero or every character. That's why I like the first 89 Batman so much, because there's so much mystery behind it. And like Batman's already established. You don't need to know fucking, you just get it. You just know Batman's fucking Batman, and you just get it through osmosis. And that's what I get with this. Like you get like what the character's about through like osmosis and like just their reflections and everything. And it was pretty cool.
Tony, how did you feel?
I loved it. This is one of those shows that I've known about for a while, and I know it's like something you have to watch. It's like kind of always like something I want to watch at some point, but I'm so glad I watched an episode right now because it's great. Like I love classic anime. Like I think I just have to like go back and watch them all because like I've been like going back and forth. I just started getting into like anime. I watched Trigun, and then like I went like forward a few years, and I think I just gotta watch this, and then Neon Genesis, and then I don't even know what else. Like I gotta go watch classic anime because there's just so much effort. Like I feel like it's just every frame is just a pain. Like I know that's what's the word? I don't know. I feel like that's oversaid, but every frame is like a painting. Like all the shots were beautiful. I don't know why. I really like the shot where he's like laying on the ground and like you see his like point of view like up into like the sky and space. It's just I don't know. There's so much like beautiful stuff like in that, and it just felt great. And then one other thing that stuck out to me, I really liked when he took the red eye and it was just like this whole screen was red. You see his point of view. It's just like slow motion. I'm like, this is just crazy. Like you don't get this. Like this isn't normal. This is like crazy. No. So yeah, I'm very much into this. I gotta finish this.
I'm glad you all enjoyed it so much. I actually have some little tidbit facts that would make it more interesting for you. Now,
give it away.
You watched Carol and Tuesday.
Wait, what?
You watched Carol and Tuesday on Netflix, haven't you?
Wait, what was it?
Carol and Tuesday on Netflix.
No, actually, I did not.
I thought you told me that you watched it.
Matt, you're a liar.
No, I don't think I watched that one. Wait, what happened in that one?
Carol and
It was
Tuesday. It's
Tuesday.
about the two girls. One's black and one's white. That's
No,
the
I did not
cover.
watch that one.
Okay.
No,
Well,
it wasn't me.
The director for this, Senshiro Watanabe, he's actually produced several other like classics and other animes of the same caliber with other hidden meanings like this. Because as you see, you know, in the first episode, you know, it's the man and the woman. The woman, she's trying to get to Mars. She wants, you know, her happy ending. But as you see, as you know, they get closer and closer to making that deal, she's like, I'm never gonna get there. She's dealing with that existential crisis and loneliness of like, I'm gonna die here. This is something I'll never do. And that's when she kills him, like, and shoots him in the fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the other projects that he's worked on and produced is Samurai Champloo, which takes place in, you know, Edo, Japan, with samurais, ronin, ninjas, and different things. But the music for that is more hip hop based as opposed to bebops, you know, kind of Western noir and the heavy jazz. He also did another one called Space Dandy, which uses a new wave type of music. And, you know, it's more about the misadventures of, you know, three guys in space, like, oh, how are we going to get to our next meal? It's more of a comedic relief. But in all of his projects, the more you watch them, the more you can see, like, I can relate to this on a very emotional level, because what he does is sometimes he will just outright change the script to fit the music.
I want to go Rocky. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go jazz. I'm going to go that way. That sounds cool.
Yeah, the music was awesome in this.
That kind of sounds like how they... What?
He's very well known for his musical scores because, you know, this came out like 98. This was before like anyone was doing things of this nature, because every episode, the musical score is just as good, if not better than the last. And you can't honestly, I haven't honestly been able to find another show here in America or a movie that can replicate, you know, that good of a score that's not like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and really something that's gonna always be a timeless classic. Let's see what else. They also have announced that there's going to be a Cowboy Bebop live action on Netflix. I hope to God that they don't do it.
I heard about it.
That sounds
I thought
terrible.
It was a reboot of the series. I didn't think it was a live action.
Has there ever been any good live action anime?
I heard the
ever.
JoJo stuff actually is pretty good.
What?
One of the JoJo movies.
JoJo?
JoJo's
JoJo,
Bizarre
it's-
Adventure.
It's literally a whole family that has like their name is like Joestar, but somehow their first name has Joe in the beginning of it. That's why they're all called JoJo. That's their nicknames.
And everyone in the show is yoked as fuck.
And it's live. They made a live action.
Jonathan is not. Well, John has Joe and kind of in it, but like he's technically not a real JoJo if you think about it.
All the JoJos are jacked as fuck.
Seriously, favorite one has to be Joseph Joestar. he makes it through 3 seasons.
So
But
the
it,
JoJo
oh,
Bizarre
God.
Adventure, that's the live action. That's actually kind of decent.
Yeah, it's really been
Supposedly.
the only one that's decent in any caliber.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Like from images, I would just like assume that it's bad. But
The one I think it's live action is right now. I think that's part 4 right now.
Yeah, it's
They
part
made
4.
live action. That's Josuke. So storyline, and he doesn't like his hair being made fun of, and he flips the fuck out and kicks your ass.
And just
but
one last other tidbit about Bebop is that, along with, you know, several other animes that come out in the 80s and 90s, this one has been hailed as a masterpiece by everyone who's ever watched it. just from, you know, the story to the characters to even the animation, as you all have said, and the musical score. Because the more you go back and watch it and rewatch it, you'll notice things that you never paid attention to the first time around.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to watch it a second time. I wanted to watch the English stuff again and the Japanese version. I just didn't have time to watch it, but I definitely want to watch this whole series. It was fucking awesome. Like Tony and I was like cheering the whole time. I was like, "Oh fuck, that's cool! Whoa, yeah!"
Whoa.
And like after like just like being pounded down by the other film, I was like, "Oh fuck, I needed my spirits lifted," and that felt like a chore. And this was like, "Oh, thank God, this this is great."
Well, once you get further into the series, you meet more of their crew that they end up gaining against Spike's will. Really, Spike really doesn't want these people. Well, you do this they just get added to the crew. But like I would say, like my favorite ones, out of like the main early part of the season, of the season is literally second and I think the fourth episode. The second episode is the Corgi episode. And the third, I think the fourth episode is the casino episode, I believe, right?
That's where they meet.
And that one even gets pretty awesome. That one's like a lot of different, like more spacey technology and all the kind of like stuff that happens. And it's kind of like a little bit increased first episode.
So Matt, have you seen this whole series through, or is this your first time
I would say this is the first time really watching it. I've been told like probably 5 times to watch it. And I keep forgetting to watch it because I keep forgetting where it is. But I have the Funimation app, so the Funimation app has it on there all times instead of being on, like Jerry said, the Hulu for you. And Hulu is going to disappear. And he's going to maybe have it drop soon or whatever.
Wait,
Hulu's not going to disappear. I mean, Cowboy Bebop is probably going to get taken off at some certain.
Do you know when? Is that announced?
No, I'm just no. I'm saying it.
Oh, you're just making up shit.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that's how usual streaming sites go. Their license for it just runs out.
Yeah,
I'm just busting your balls.
Now, Josh, I more so picked this for you to watch because I wanted to see your reaction to it. More not reaction, but how you would take the old style of animation with the music and the diverse cast of characters you see in the very beginning.
Yeah, like the music, I was very surprised with the music. Like it's all jazz, and like they even put like some southern like almost bluegrass sound into it at like a certain scene. And I was really interested how they like incorporated different songs and different sounds. And like, as coming from an anime, you would expect it to be kind of like all, sounds from Japan. But like, that's the beauty of anime. It seems like they blend all cultures into like one thing, and that's what's cool about it. It's not like it's just Japan. It's like everywhere. It's it's like Europe. It's America. It's like kind of like every aspect. And the music was really, really interesting. And the intro, I definitely heard that intro before. That music of like once I instantly like heard that theme, I was like, oh, I know this. Like I don't know how, but I know this theme. And I'm really like I've been listening to like a lot more jazz recently, and I'm like, that was really keen. Like the music the whole time, like really engaged me, and like. It was like they incorporated the music in such an interesting way. Like you would expect it to be like regular like action music, or orchestraic, like you were saying, like Indiana Jones, John Williams kind of stuff, or or Danny Elfman or anything. But they did it such their own style that like you can't really compare it to anything else like with the music style. Like the only thing I could get comes close with American like movies is maybe like Quentin Tarantino like films like Kill Bill and stuff, but like he uses film like music scores from other films like that haven't really been showcased. So like he kind of like used incorporations from different cultures and stuff too. So that's the only thing I could really compare it to is like Quentin Tarantino like music and how he uses his sounds. But I thought it was fucking awesome. Like I want to watch it again. I want to watch the whole series through. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I will say this, there is also a movie. That's what I really wanted the feature film to be, but I couldn't find it like very easily online.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now I didn't check Amazon yet, but Amazon might have it. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos. You know what you did. And in the future, I would definitely like to visit the movie because I've only ever seen bits and pieces, never the movie fully through. Because I've watched the series. This will probably be my third or fourth time watching it.
Oh, that's not the whole comment. Well, T-Pillow says watch the Cowboy and Bebop movies, so that's why I pulled it off.
So
Tony.
I'm actually kind of depressed right now.
So did the movie come out after this series, or like is it like?
The movie came out early 2000s, I believe.
Oh shit! Okay. Do you have to watch the series to watch the movie? Like, is it like linear like that, or does it kind of take place at a different time period? Or
I'm not very sure. I want to say it's not linear, but watching the series before will give you a good, knowledge of the characters.
Right. No, I would definitely watch it. I'm gonna see if I can find it now.
Okay, Jerry, I just looked it up on Amazon, so see if it's on the Prime. It is not available to be watched on Prime. So
fuck you, Bezos.
It's an hour. It's stated it's an hour and 56 minutes. It came out in 2001, and it actually got 5 stars. It's a 7.9 on IMDb. Right now, that's what all the details.
I wish you recommended the movie instead of whatever the hell we bought.
But you can buy the TV show on there in either Japanese or dubbed American English. So,
okay. So, final thoughts. I'm gonna have Tony. Tony, what are your final thoughts and how would you rate it?
I would give it a 10 out of 10. I love it. It's great. It's exactly what I want. I loved Trigun a lot, and this reminds me of that, and I want more of that. Anything like that, amazing. Like, I actually have one question. Is there like an overarching story in this series? Because I've heard people ask. Okay, because
I can tell you this without spoiling it. As you watch each episode, if you pay close attention to small details, it is a very small detail. You would have to go back and watch it twice to really catch it. But there are small details hidden in certain episodes that reveal a much larger story of what Cowboy Bebop actually is. Because the main theme of it actually is like trying to escape your past, but ultimately failing.
Oh, okay.
And that plays a very large part into, oh God, I want to say the last 5 episodes.
Okay. Yeah,
it gets a little rough in the last 5 episodes.
Yeah.
It does.
I definitely this episode, this little sample, the one episode has absolutely sold me on the show. I'm probably gonna watch this immediately after I finish the show that I'm watching now. I feel like a lot of shows that I watch, particularly anime, I've watched a little bit of Naruto, and I feel like with Naruto, every episode it'll do something, but it's not like you're not like watching like a coherent piece of art. But I feel like I'm watching a coherent piece of art every single episode. I've only seen the one episode, but I have a feeling that's what it's going to feel like. So I like that a lot. So yeah.
Josh?
I would probably rate this at right now, like just seeing the first episode, I would give it an 8. But like I think if I see the whole series through, I would like just rate it higher. But since I only seen the first episode, like the animation, I would just give it a 10 out of 10, like everything else. But I haven't seen like the whole thing like throughout, so I don't want to give it like the highest rating. So right now I'm at an 8, but like more closer to a 9 than a 6. So I'm leaning towards the other end of it, of the spectrum. But I definitely have to see. I definitely want to watch more of this show. It was awesome.
Crispy?
Well, you see where I went. I went all the way and just watched this fucking series. But the thing is, I really want to watch it again, but I need to find a good day to watch it because every day. I wish you suggest this like later on when I'm not busy at work, so I can properly watch every episode correctly and like examine everything right. So I'm gonna pick a proper day to watch more of this rewatch it again.
Don't worry, just watch it at work.
And binge it. No, I can't. Not right now. But no, I really loved it. I do want to rate it like at least like an 8.5 for all the things that happens in it. It just gets better and better, the storyline. It just gets everything, and the additional characters that get put in with it. It just makes it flow so much better and way it goes. Like Tony's saying, like everything's like a work of art, like, and he's hoping that later on, like, it keeps the same pace like that. It does. It stays that same way, and the music keeps getting better. And like whatever happens to them, as a new adventure every episode, so it's not like a cohesive, real storyline to every. It's the same plot to it, but it's not like it's just a different day and different thing to it. So it's like amazing. So you guys will have a fucking blast watching these new episodes. You're not gonna get stale. I'm like, oh, it's like Dragon Ball Z. He's still powering up.
Yeah, exactly.
For 3 episodes.
Yeah,
I love Dragon Ball Z, but they're not gonna do that to you. They're gonna keep you flowing.
That's where I got lost with Dragon Ball Z. It's just like you said, it just wastes so much time with padding. That's why
Dragon Ball Z. If you do that, you have to watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. It's faster paced. But this thing actually reminds me of like a cleaner version of like this newer anime that came out of Cannon Buster and everything. It's a cleaner edition. At least the character's more cohesive properly. Like everybody's more of a flowing character than that. It has the same. Cannon Buster has the same feel and the same way of it, but it's not as good as Cowboy Bebop. It's just Cowboy Bebop is like they're trying to make a generic addition to it, but more. Let's just say the characters are more on drugs than actual stable characters. But yeah, I enjoyed that whole season. I'm glad you actually. I'm glad you forced me to actually watch it finally.
Yeah.
I'm glad for this one. I'll give you that. I'm glad we watched this. I can't say that is the same for the other one.
Definitely, since I've watched it so many times, there's no proper way for me to rate it outside of it's a 90s classic. And if you had somebody introduce it to you at the time, it's like your first, movie, cartoon, and TV show you watch. It'll always hold a special place in your heart. And that's where, I remember my dad sitting me and my brother down and we watched all of Dragon Ball, all of Dragon Ball Z.
Damn.
We watched all of them together. But this was like the first one. Like I woke up in the middle of the night and I just sat there and watched it. And I'm just like, it's just like a holy shit. You're a 8-year-old kid and you're watching this for the first time and you just saw somebody get a fucking hole punched in their chest. But here, you have this beautiful like music drawing you in, the storytelling of an emotion that you don't even know how to process yet, on top of, this animation style that I still don't think anyone can try to replicate with current animation studios.
They're ruining it actually. If they did try to redo what they're doing now, like with that 90s series style, they're gonna ruin it. They can't do anything really good anymore with that.
Yep.
It's just they're gonna do too much 3D animation with it, and it's gonna make it gross. Like that's one thing I love. I love the ships. I love the ship styles, and like I know when they're doing the flying sequence, if they rebooted it now, it's just gonna look like crap, and it's gonna not look good, and it's gonna be weird. And I just know, I'm actually afraid of the Netflix. The Netflix is gonna scare me. I'm gonna watch the first episode and when it drops. I'm gonna watch and see what happens, but I'm gonna be scared.
Well, on to the entree that we've all been waiting to get off.
Who's gonna be picked? Who's getting picked for this one?
Yeah, I need to drink up.
I'm actually gonna start this one off because I actually went in theaters to go see it. Now we're talking about the Happytime murders with the Henson puppeteer puppetry company, Melissa Carthy, and Maya Rudolph. This
movie
is the worst
Once
fucking
you
movie
drink
with
this
puppets to ever come out.
Oh my god! So you thought it was terrible too? I thought I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
the only one shitting on it.
Oh
I
no!
was like, why did I fucking watch this? Oh my
It's
god!
like somebody gave Seth Green $40 million and said, "Here's two shots of LSD. Write down the first thing that comes to mind."
He would have made something at least better, like if Seth Green did it. Like if he has Robot Chicken. I actually laugh at Robot Chicken. There was nothing funny about this. There was absolutely nothing.
You bit my dick.
There was no merit. There was no substance. They had nothing. And the whole time,
hold on. He hasn't done the synopsis.
I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
Let him do the synopsis.
The movie has its funny moments here and there. My favorite scene is when the detective Phil Phillips goes to the porno shop.
Right there. That's the best one. That's the best scene.
Awful.
That's my favorite scene of all time.
I hated it.
But it's there's somebody out here killing the cast members of an old TV show called the Happytime Gang, and they're all about to get this huge $10 million settlement split amongst them. And people are just getting killed, decapitated, burned alive, all these other crazy, wacky things involving humans and puppets. And it turns out that the killer was a random bystander that got shot in the line of fire. And she said, "Since you took my dad from me, I'm going to take everything from you," as a cheesy fucking 40s revenge plot. It would have been better if she tied him to the fucking train tracks and let the train kill him.
The thing is with that one is like, why kill everybody in the Happytime gang show if it's just him and she just needs to kill his brother? That's literally what she has to do. Is kill the brother. Not the whole gang. Let's just ruin everything.
It's got its moments where it's dealing with you're only doing this to me because I'm a puppet. So, it's got its subtlety, nuances of, racism, but it's so comedic. It's a puppet. Like, come on. I think Josh, go ahead, Josh.
Oh my god, this was really painful for me to watch. I gotta admit, it was really bad.
Okay, before Josh goes on this rant, I'm gonna tell you this: when this movie first came out in trailers, I showed him that trailer, and he told me, "I fucking hate this trailer. Don't you ever fucking show me this trailer ever fucking again." It's the extended edition, so you see all the adult stuff that's in it that they couldn't release in the standard trailer. And Josh is like, "I fucking hate this. Don't you fucking show me this again?"
I don't even
I can't believe fucking Jim Henson's puppet company let this happen. Why? He was so fucking furious with this.
That sounds like something I would say, and that's basically what I said to Tony yesterday.
I went to Jerry, and I was talking to Jerry. I'm like, Josh literally hates this movie, and you're literally doing that. He didn't even get to watch it. He despised it from the beginning, and you're gonna make him watch this movie. And Jerry's just like, well, here we go.
That's why I was told. Jerry, I had higher expectations for you. I would have expected this fucking from Matt, but from you, I was really. I had so much curveballs of shit on shit with Matt. I need something to elevate it, and this was terrible.
A downer.
The kiss, the kiss shit, and then you give me this. Like, come on, give me something. I need something. Give me this
I was talking
shit.
about this too.
And I think I hated this more than the Kiss movie. At least the Kiss movie, they're fucking riding lasers and shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is fucked. I hated it. It was like you got the joke from literally the first 5 seconds of the fucking movie. It's like, oh, puppets are shouting out profanity, and then that's the joke, and you're like, oh, that's funny, I guess. But it's not. Like, it was awful. I hated it. And I was telling it to Tony, I mean, what Matt just said, that sounds pretty accurate what I was saying. I was like, I was just trying to come up with, like, I was watching it first with my older brother, JT, who's been on the show.
We saw the footage.
Yeah, I sent you guys a clip.
You sent us footage of that.
And we only made it 20 minutes. We turned it off. We're like, okay, I can't. We can't watch this anymore. And then Tony and I were hanging out last night, and then I was like, while I was in the shower, basically Tony.
You guys are both in the shower?
Yeah, we're both in the shower watching a fucking puppet movie.
Because it's hangout time. Got it.
It's like no. While I was in the shower, Tony was like basically caught up 20 minutes like where I left off. So he's just like caught up at that point. And I was like, oh, Tony. And then it came out, he paused it where I left off. And I was like, fuck, Tony, you should have just kept playing it. Like, just keep it going. The shit needs to be fucking done. Just let it go. God damn it. But he saved it. He saved every frame for me to watch. Yeah. And I don't know. I want Tony to take it away. What are your thoughts?
Oh my god,
Tony, how do you feel, buddy?
Oh man, that movie. I kind of hated it.
Gone.
I'm gone, but I can still
there.
talk.
Oh, he's go. I can't hear him on the phone anymore.
Don't worry.
Keep talking, Tony. Just keep going,
okay,
Tony.
I got you. Yeah,
keep going.
I hated it. It was pretty bad. I hated everything. Everything that was supposed to be funny made me uncomfortable, and I feel like everything that wasn't supposed to be funny was kind of funny. I don't know. I wanted it to end. All right, we got people. Hold on. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Oh man.
Oh, we're all gone.
Everyone.
Oh no! What is happening?
We're all gone. I'm sorry. I'm turning on the volume.
What the fuck?
I'm turning on my volume on this.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's weird.
Do a Facebook call. Let's see if that works better.
Hello? Am I back?
All right, Tony, you're there.
Oh,
I'm gonna add everyone else. I don't know why it keeps dropping.
It must be me. I don't know why though.
Every time we have 4 people, it's like when we have 4 people.
We have
4 people. All right, we got 2. Let's see if we can get 4. Let's get the 4.
Yeah, no.
Are we good? We're good?
Hopefully. Jerry's picking it up.
Everybody here?
Tony, what's going on with your phone, man?
I don't know.
It keeps dropping out. And like we're like still talking and we're like, oh yeah, Tony.
When you tossed it over to me, I was gonna just like keep talking and play it off, but then you guys noticed, and I was like, "Damn."
I told you to keep going.
I genuinely wanted to know what the fuck you felt about
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you already explained it.
Okay. I'll do it again. I feel like everything that was supposed to be like funny made me really uncomfortable. And there was. I don't know. I didn't hate it as much because I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, why does this exist? I mean, I guess that's a reason to hate it because it shouldn't exist because it's Henson Muppets. The puppeteering was good. It was good.
Yeah, like the behind the scenes credits when they're on green screens was endlessly more interesting.
Yes.
Than the movie itself.
That was the best part.
And that was literally like 2 minutes.
I feel
just watch the end credits, and you'll get way more out of it than anything in this movie.
Me and Josh were also calling jokes from like for 20 minutes. Like we would call a joke 20 minutes before it happened. that was
we're like, what's the next plot point that's gonna happen? The most obvious shit, and then like of course it happened like 5 minutes after. It was like that.
Yeah.
So like like the most obvious script, like the most generic thing, and it would happen in this movie. There's no surprises. There's nothing. There's really nothing to this movie. It's just the whole joke is that they just swear, and then that's it. You know, that's the whole movie.
We didn't even get to see someone go through a turbine engine. Like that was like the one thing. I was like, yes,
what the fuck? We even called that, and we're like, oh wait, they're too lazy to even fucking do that because, like, the fucking what's the blue puppet name? The blue detective. I don't even know his stupid name.
I don't even remember his name.
Yeah, because
Phillips.
Oh, yeah, Phillips. Blue Phillips was like gonna get sucked in a jet turbine, and you're like, oh, you know, he gets saved by Melissa McCarthy. I don't even know what she does. She like farts in it or something, and it stops the turbine.
No. Okay.
Might as well. It might as well fucking happen.
Might as well.
Like if you could picture that happening in this movie, it fucking happened. But anyway, then like you're like, oh, then at the end you think the sex puppet is gonna die, you know, like get sucked in the turbine. You're like, oh, I was like expecting. I was like, oh, Tony, at least you know she'll get sucked in. It will be like actually, you know, they're setting up the turbine like someone's gonna get sucked through it, and they didn't even fucking do that.
Yeah,
it's just like they did this stupid thing where they're like, oh, I'm gonna make the shot, you know, because they set it up earlier where fucking Blue Phillips missed the shot and he shot her fucking dad, and fucking Tony and I were laughing at that part. Like that was like literally dead center of the movie. Like you see the flashback, and then her dad dies, and then Tony and I were laughing, and then Tony was saying, "It's fucked up that this is the most funny part of the fucking movie when her fucking dad dies." And I'm like, yeah, you're right. It was, and then that made me laugh more. It made me laugh more how like absurd it was. But that was the only time. Like once they kind of like set up like they took more of a dramatic moment. Like they're like taking it more serious. I was more into it. I was like, okay, but it was only like 2 scenes, and then the rest of it was just a complete farce. You know, I just wish the whole time. It would have been funnier if they acted like they weren't even puppets. They're just regular people, and they shot it like a complete noir film, like it was like black and white or something. And it was like they took themselves so seriously. And then like the joke is that like the audience is the only one that sees that they're puppets or something. You know, like that would have been endlessly more entertaining than whatever the fuck they did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't believe they did the asshole says what joke like 8 times. Like that's
that's what they ended it on that joke. That's how they end the movie. That's how they end it with the fucking worst joke ever. That's the best joke.
That's a middle school joke. That's literally a middle school joke.
They closed their movie on that. That's how they closed their movie.
I feel like I'm back 2 podcasts ago, enjoying the chaos.
You keep throwing me shit. I thought this podcast was like to show each other good stuff. I mean, it's good to have a curveball once in a while, but it's just been shit at the wall. And I was like, you know, I would expect this from you, Matt, but Jerry, the Cowboy Bebop thing that brought it up a little bit.
Time out for you. Right. Time out. I literally said this to Jerry. I said, I'm like, I gave you guys Kiss. So just expecting, okay, I got a bad movie. I'll save the fucking day next week with the good movie. Let's see if Jerry backs me up with another good movie or a decent movie to flow it better. Yeah. Then Matt can flow in another shit movie.
Yeah.
But no, Jerry just says this movie. I'm like, Josh got shit good. Josh is a shit sandwich. And this week, and just that's how it's going. Yeah, and I'm like, you can't. I'm like, this is gonna be fucked.
Now, Josh, there's actually a special reason I really wanted to recommend this movie. This movie actually won the best worst film from the Houston Film Critics Society, and Melissa McCarthy won the worst actress.
Wait, like the Razzies or something, or what was it?
Yeah, the Razzies.
Oh my god!
Yeah, she was terrible.
Did she show up and collect the prize? Did she get the award? Did you walk up and get it?
I think she did. Now, this is what I thought was really interesting. They actually had a lawsuit pressed against them from Sesame Street.
Really?
Why?
Wait.
Because of the puppets?
They weren't.
Because at some point during the
they
movie,
used it. Yeah, they used that as a quote, right? Like a headline, a tagline, or something.
they used their trademarked logo or their logo or something or another back in 2018.
Huh.
Yeah.
But
They
the
said
lawsuit got rejected by the judge. So they basically got away with it.
Oh my god.
Tony.
They should have.
And it sucks. Fuck this movie. And then what pisses me off? What pisses me off is fucking every Muppet movie ever is endlessly more funny than this. And there's more heart, there's more humor, there's more thought, there's more fucking pacing, there's endlessly more effort in everything. And it just makes me pissed off, like that this is like his legacy comes to this. It becomes this shit of a movie. And like Jim Henson actually wanted to do more adult content, you know? And it makes me wish that he was alive and he could have done this movie. And then like it would actually, but that would piss me off. It's more disappointing. It's more disappointing than anything because you could actually see this working, you know? Like you see this premise working. You can see like Muppets, like kind of like a more like, colorful, like with the, like more hitting those lines, going around the lines. And, with Jim Henson, he wanted to do more adult content, kind of merge away from, the Sesame Street angle and the Muppet angle. So like, that's why he was doing like Labyrinth and what's the other one? Whatever. The other
Crystal.
The Dark Crystal. Yeah. So that's why he was doing those, like those more fantasy elements, kind of making it more adult, more dark. I actually haven't seen those movies. I do want to watch those at some point. So recommend those next time. But
not this.
But like
I really
he died in like the 1990s, so like he didn't really get a chance to kind of continue that pathway, and it just makes me wish that he did. He was able to kind of continue that direction. And I know Brian Henson is the one who directed this film, and that's his son. It's under Ha Entertainment, Henson something, Alternative Entertainment, whatever it's called. And this is the only one that came out of the Ha Entertainment because it was a complete failure and no one liked it. And it sucks. With Brian Henson, he directed Muppet Christmas Carol, and that's actually a good movie. And you're like, okay, so like you would think he had some credibility and like add some like cleverness to this, and there's nothing. It's just nothing. The movie is nothing.
Now, I will say this as a last tidbit of information. They actually lost revenue on the movie.
Yeah.
They had a $40 million budget, and they only grossed like under 25 million. So they actually lost money doing this instead of just doing something better.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it sucks because like I would love to see more adult content with this kind of style, and it's just like it's like a high school student wrote this or like directed this. There's like nothing to it, It's just like swear behind swear, and it just makes me disappointed. What do you think about this, Matt? Yeah, what do you think? I haven't heard anything from you. What do you like this? Do you like this, Matt? We need to know.
Oh no! Oh no!
Actually, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I was watching it.
I thought you were going to say, "Oh, I love this."
No, I was telling Gary, like, it's so bad, it's good because it's just retarded, and it's just. And to me, it was like I hate it still, but like it's just like why? Why is this stuff happening? I'm like I'm filming the scenes to send to my friends that I'm watching the movie, just sending to them like, what is this shit? And they're like all writing like, what are you fucking watching? I'm like, I was like my pick of my podcast. I end up watching past the sex scene in the movie, and I just paused it. I walked downstairs. I'm like, Dad, we're watching Loki, right? And he's like, yeah, we're watching Loki. He's like, all right, cool. Watch Loki with my dad and my uncle.
Oh yeah, you needed a break too from this fucking.
So movie. I watched the fucking, and I went back like I think a day or two later to finish the movie. So I was like, I can't do this shit. I'm like, oh no, it's just not. It's like I'm with Jerry with this one with the porno shop. That's the only best scene I enjoyed out of this movie, and that was it. Because like so much stupid shit whatever was happening.
It was just gross.
I kind of wish the bunny lived longer though, or the bunny didn't die. I wish that one didn't die at all.
I didn't care. It was such that scene sucked.
Because I kind of want to see where his stupid addiction would have gone forward with. That's the only issue. That's the only why I wanted to see it, because I felt like it would be a better scene or a better thing with his addiction issue. But it was just not. It was not good. It wasn't good. There's a part when they raid that freaking house with the two cousins that they live together and shit.
Yeah.
And there's a part when they're like, they split up and like they run up the freaking hillside, and you can tell it's a person in a puppet's costume running up the fucking hill.
Yeah, I mean that was fine. I didn't mind that because they did that in like other Jim Henson movies, like the
I know, but it was just stupid as hell.
They have like
it was just horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't look good at all. So like, it doesn't even look like they were on like the same screen with the guy. It looked like the guy was running like a reject, and it was on green screen, and they moved him forward with a special effect. Yeah. It didn't look good at all. But like everything else, the only thing I just liked was like. I can't even say I like the puppets. Some of the puppets were just shit.
Yeah, I had to get my bad pick out of the way. Everybody gets one bad pick.
What?
Everybody gets one bad pick. I had to get mine out of the way.
Yeah, I didn't even fucking get a chance to do mine because you keep throwing shit at me.
I didn't. The puppets suck.
I thought they were
it's horrible. Really?
I thought the puppets were okay.
Yeah, I thought the puppets was the best part of it. Like the design of it. I mean, nothing was like.
The only part I like the puppets is when they go to the gang and they're in the gang's like little hideout place.
The dog drooling one was kind of neat looking, I guess.
Yeah. I thought those were the most decent looking ones out of the other ones they had. I despise the one that's the homeless guy, and he's like, "I'll suck your dick," and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, this is weird as fuck. Why are we doing this right now? This is the most grossest thing ever.
There's just no joke. The joke is they say profanity, and that's the whole joke.
One thing that doesn't make any sense is Melissa McCarthy has a puppet liver that wouldn't even function as a fucking liver because it would be a fucking sponge in her body collecting blood. The whole time her blood would be just pooling in her. The whole time she would be dead.
It's there to filter the sugar.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The puppet liver's not going to work at all. This is none of the logic in this movie works at all. It doesn't work at all. I will say, like you guys did say, that when the father dies, I should have been like, oh fuck. But no, when he fucking collapses, he's like a slinky. He falls and collapses into himself.
Yeah, that was the funniest part. That was fucked up.
I don't think it was supposed to be funny, but it was funny.
His face wasn't tragic. It just kept that stupid smile, and just collapses into himself. Like, what the fuck? Oh no, it's not. No, this is a bad. And including the plot twist with the daughter coming back.
That was so predictable.
That was the dumbest thing ever. And you knew it was a puppet killing the other puppets because the way the murderer was killing, like the movement of the murderer. So like you know it was a puppet the whole time anyway. So like you're like, okay, let's try to like I was like, it has to be this squadron of people. It has to be one of the Happytime murders or Miss Sex Puppet, like Josh wants to say.
Yeah, I don't even know its name. That's why I call it Sex Puppet, because that's.
I don't remember her name either, but she's just no.
Tony, what was?
I remember the cringe scene in the trailer that made you say "fuck this" is actually the beginning of the sex scene with the tongue.
Yeah, that was fucking gross.
You said this is gross.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even remember this, and I fucking said every word that you said verbatim fucking last night to Tony.
I remember showing you this. I'm like, did you see this? And you're like, no. And you're like, that's what everything I said before is what you fucking said to me.
You should have just recorded that and fucking put that on the podcast. I didn't even need to fucking be here.
That was 2 years ago.
I didn't even need to watch it. That was my review. I fucking feel the exact same way from the trailer.
That's why I went back. I think, let me go back to our text messages. Hold on.
Wait, you fucking saved our text messages from 2 years ago?
No. It's the text messages of what just recently happened because when I saw this, hold on.
I thought you were going to go back to like 2 years ago. Yeah, I had this saved when you originally said, fuck this movie.
No, Josh, trust me, my next picks are actually going to be a lot better.
Oh, thank God. Oh, my God, please.
No, okay. So, literally, when I saw this, his two picks that he showed, sent us, is Cowboy Bebop episode 1 on Hulu, and the Happytime Murder on Netflix.
Yeah.
My text is laugh out loud with the emoji of just crying, like the face is laughing and crying. Because I knew this is going to be bad for Josh. Because it all flowed back after I looked up the Happytime Murders, and I was like, oh no. And then I just see you with the oh no and the monkey with her face ball. I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah, you're like, I remember texting you when I was watching with JT, and you're like, oh, did you get... He got to the sex scene. I didn't even get to that part. I turned it off. I was trying to guess where you were.
I was trying to guess where you were. I'm like, did you get to the silly string scene? And they're like, no, we're playing. This movie's.
I got 20 minutes.
Unfunny thing I have seen in a really long time. So I sent you an alien emoji. Like, this movie sucks. This movie sucks. The funny right out the room. And that time in a cohesive sentence. And then I said a freaking Charmander oof. And you're just like...
Yeah, it's like a fucking black hole of comedy. Like, all the fucking comedy gets sucked through the black hole, and it's like an endless void. Like, it just sucks everything away. This movie...
No.
This movie is like one of the most unfunny movies I've seen in a very long time. Yeah.
This is Josh's response, and I said, oh, he got to the silly string scene. And that's like the face I would expect him to have when that's happening.
What? So when Tony and I were watching this, what I was the entertainment for me when I was watching it with Tony was trying to predict what was going to happen. And we kind of basically like called out the whole fucking movie. And then like thinking of things that would make the scenes funnier, like I was like taking like the little bit of brain energy to try to figure out how to make this funnier. Like the Melissa McCarthy fight scene when she's fighting the gang after she snorts sugar cane or whatever, and she's just throwing dummies around. I'm like, this isn't even clever. This is just like nothing. She's literally throwing pillows around the room. It's like there's nothing to this. If they had some wire work or anything,
too.
Huh?
They say that in the movie too with was it Blue whatever the fuck his name, detective
Blue Phillips.
Freaking Blue Phillips is in prison. And the guy's like punching him, and he's like, I can't really feel this. You're not punching bones. You're fluffing a pillow, and he just like and just punching him more, and he's like, all right, get him out of that cave.
This fucking movie doesn't even listen to its own logic because, from that, if he's getting punched and he doesn't affect him, fucking Melissa McCarthy throwing these puppets around shouldn't affect them at all, and they're all like beat up, like ugh. So like this movie doesn't even follow its own rules.
I don't. What confused me about that scene is like they're going to visit someone from the show, and then like Melissa McCarthy has to like prove that she's like a puppet.
Yeah, because it's the fucking liver.
Yeah,
but the liver makes her a puppet.
But what they showed
stupidest thing ever.
earlier in the show, earlier in the movie, like right before, they just showed her at like a party with like the cast members, and it's like these characters have met before. Like, why are you acting like you haven't met this person before? I was like, and then at that moment, I was like, I gotta stop like thinking. I was like, I just have to stop thinking.
They're trying to feed on you. They're trying to feed on like an illusion that she wasn't really a thing. Like her and the puppet cop were bad, didn't like each other from the fucking beginning. So like they just didn't want to do that until like flashbacks unveil the real fucking truth of this shit plot. And all of them are fucking each other, and people fuck puppets and all kinds of shit. It doesn't make sense.
Can puppets and
going everywhere?
Can puppets and a human have a baby? Would it be like a puppet human hybrid? Like what the fuck would happen?
It's gonna be a shitty Pinocchio.
It would be Furby.
Furby.
Oh my god, the cursed Furby!
Or would it be like the reverse? You know, like how you put a hand in a puppet? Would it like birth a hand out, and that's all it comes out? Is just a hand? No.
It would be a puppet swim around.
I think that's how it would work. Before I just want to mention T-Pillow said this comment. Yeah, this movie gave me extreme gas, and I paid to go see it. And I wholly apologize. I hope Jerry didn't make you do that because he made us fucking watch this. I didn't pay for it. I mean, where do we watch it on Netflix? I guess
technically we did pay it. We did pay for it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess
in our sanity,
you did pay for it.
Yeah, we paid with our sanity by watching this fucking movie.
I love how you guys went deep and try to fix this movie.
This movie, you could see this premise actually working, and that's what like disappoints me the most about it. It's just like you could actually see this work if they actually put any effort in it whatsoever. Like the puppeteer work is the most admirable thing about this movie. You're like, oh, how did they do that? And then they have a fucking octopus squid fucking milking a cow. And it's like, all right, I can't even fucking get into this because, like, all right, you ruined the puppeteer work. Like, they actually, and then they show at the end credits, like, they actually show the puppeteers like doing these actions, like a fucking puppet fucking a puppet, and like they're like they actually made people do this, and I'm like. I was like,
I love when they're like the rig broke and like the rig break and they're talking through the puppets, and I'm like. Yes, the rig broke. And I was like, that's kind of stupid, but it's great.
And then I just started to space out. Fucking, I was like, I remember one point, I just like totally just spaced out. And I was like, Tony, I was like, why is Melissa McCarthy fucking leaving her job? And he's like, oh, fucking Phil Phillips or whatever. Like, just went to jail. Don't you remember that? I'm like, no.
I got one more thing. Okay, so why do I need to see a puppet vagina?
Yes,
with purple hair to tell me that she's the kid from the fucking past. Like, that is not what I want to see.
Tony, what was that a reference to?
Vagina. They wouldn't even show me a puppet dick. I'm happy they didn't. But they show me a puppet vagina instead. That's even like grosser and worse too.
But puppet vagina was the way they figured out that fucking.
I understand, but I don't need
purple girl was because she had the carpet matched the drapes or whatever.
She had a purple puss. She had to go put the purple puss out there for the world to see.
It was so gross.
I don't need. No, I don't care. They had to flounder it like 3 times so you can see it. It was like,
Tony, what's that a reference to?
It's a reference to Basic Instinct. I think with like that's supposed to be like a famous scene in that movie. It's a Verhoeven movie. I don't know. I don't even think the movie's good. I think it's just like. People know about that scene, but it's like it's not funny. It's just like a reference to something, and it's gross. And it's like, is this supposed to be funny? Like I hate it.
None of it's funny.
That's gross.
Exactly.
All of it's supposed to be funny, but none of it works. Like, I laughed maybe 2 times when the fucking dad died. And like, that was like,
you got a good chuckle here. That's
and
it.
I don't even remember the other time. Tony, what was the other thing we laughed at?
I don't know.
It was like during that time though. It was like in that. I don't know.
I think we were laughing at the fact that that's the only thing we laughed at.
Yeah. It made us laugh even harder because we're like, this is sick. Why are we laughing at this?
Oh no.
T-Pillow said that you did, Jerry. You made her watch this. Is that true?
I think
Just
T-Pillow's
recently.
forgetting something. I did not make her do anything of the sort.
You plead are you pleading the fifth?
I cannot make a grown adult do anything that a grown adult does not want to do.
Did you watch this in
Can
theaters? Did you see
Yeah.
this in theaters? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? First of all, forget doing that to your girlfriend. Why did you do that to you? Why would you do that to yourself?
I was 1,000 points from a free movie ticket, and I needed it.
He'd rather watch a bad movie than go see a good movie for free.
I would have walked. I think I would have walked out of the theater. I don't know if I could have done it. The thing I was getting out of it was calling out what was going to happen to the plot points and like trying to think of funnier jokes. That was the thing that was getting me through this movie. Was just trying to think of something that would make this movie funnier.
All
So,
right.
Jerry, no, Jerry.
Yeah.
Out of all the things, I would have like if I was like a few points of getting away like with a free fucking ticket from the Regal, I would go see a movie that I fucking watched already because I liked it. I'll go see it again. I wouldn't go see a shit movie just because it gets me the
1,500 points.
1,500 points. You could have gone see a different movie for the same money. Points. It doesn't help.
What? T-Pillow.
No.
Look, you are a grown adult. I cannot make a grown adult go anywhere they don't want to go.
She says she's only 5'5" and you're 6 feet. What am I supposed to do? What's she supposed to do? I don't know how that's relevant.
This is not going good on your. This is not going good on your terms here. It sounds not good. Let's go with the ending.
We're gonna ignore that.
We're gonna skip to the
I
ending.
don't know how that's relevant, but
This is going somewhere else.
Crispy.
Oh my god! This has a 23 on Rotten Tomatoes. I want you to know. Like,
No way.
What are your final thoughts and rate review of the movie?
Oh fuck! I wish I was drinking while I was watching it.
I was only
Oh
getting me
my
through
God.
the fucking movie.
I think I loved it better when I was listening to
loved
Jerry
it?
rewatching it. Jerry was rewatching it 2 nights ago, I think. And he was just watching it, just saying everything that's happening. And I liked it better coming from his voice and describing it. This movie's horrible. This will make your eyes have diarrhea. This is not okay. Like, if you're on, like, I would rather watch this. Oh, god damn it, Tony. But if I was watching this with my friends,
Tony,
all drunk
why
and
did
high,
you
and
do
we're all
this
having
to
a
us?
good time together, that's like the only time I'll watch it. But I'm rating this like a 3.
Okay,
This is a 3.
this movie is Tony's fault.
So I'll repeat
Oh
my
my
answer again once we
God.
reconnect on the phone.
Now, are you there?
Of what I rated it. So I can maybe make Josh feel happy about this. And it dropped again, Tony!
I'm not even in the call.
Josh, just go me, Jerry.
I'm not in the
Go to
call.
Jerry, not Tony. Leave Tony out now.
He keeps. I don't know what's happening.
Tony! Fix your shit.
It's not me. I'm not in the call with you.
But I have rated it.
Hello. Okay, you two are there. We got
Yes.
2. But no Tony.
Come on, cousin Tony.
Why does this keep happening? It's only Tony, dude. It's every time. Whatever. We'll see.
We should have done a Facebook call with this one.
I think I'm back.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
everyone's
back.
fucking, everyone's here. I don't know, Tony. Every time we add you, it breaks the phone
But it dropped.
thing.
It just dropped for you when I wasn't there a second ago. So I don't know.
So Matt was just saying how much he loved this movie and he gave it fucking 10 out of 10.
I heard that. I heard that.
No, that wasn't it.
He said this movie
I
was
did
better
not
than
say
Cool
that.
Hand Luke, and I said that's fucking blasphemy. I don't know what's wrong with you.
No.
Ah.
I gave this movie a fucking 3. So he might shit.
Oh my God.
Tony.
Tony, do it quick before you get cut off.
I think I got a little bit of a window. All right, I got to complain a little bit about the movie.
Yes.
Everything that was supposed to be funny was just it was either just like, why is this here? It's uncomfortable. It's making me like hate this a lot. And then the worst part, there are so many talented people. Like, how are they have like every single like actor and actress in this movie is so good. Like, how? How do they have so many good people in such a suck movie? Like, that's what bothered me the most. Like, that's what really bothered me. It's like, I feel like the puppeteers did a good job. The actors and actresses did the best they could with what they had, but it was just they're just giving shit.
What's the actress who played the secretary? What's her name?
Maya Rudolph.
She was the best part of the movie, and she had nothing. She had nothing to work with, and but her facial expressions and just her eating a banana was endlessly more comedic than fucking anything else in this movie.
The thing is, I think she knows how to work with stupid. So I think
that's why she worked, because she was just her eating a banana, and the way she did it was so much more funny than a fucking puppet beaver. You know, I didn't need to see that.
I like the part when she's like, just when the puppets are doing the sex scene, she's just getting everything ready. Like, yeah, this is.
She was the funniest part of that scene.
Doing this shit. I
could actually if they just focused on her more, I would have actually probably laughed a little bit. It was just that scene sucked. This whole movie sucked. Tony, what were your final?
What?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember what I gave Mortal Kombat. It has to be lower than Mortal Kombat. I think I'd probably give Mortal Kombat a 4.
This is lower than Mortal Kombat.
This is
probably
worse than Mortal Kombat.
This is probably a 2 because I think I gave Mortal Kombat a 4. So this is a 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate it more than me. Oh,
I think we all hate it more than you. I mean, at least I
give
do.
it a 3.
I give a fucking 1.5 fucking star. The only thing that gives it that half is the puppeteer work. Everything else is total dog shit. And the shot, even the camera work sucked. It was just reverse shot. The whole thing, the most basic shit you could do. The laziest shit you could do with camera work, that's what they did. It was shot, reverse shot, over the shoulder shot, fucking one wide shot when you could have a fucking puppet over here and a fucking human over here. And that was and they only did it for 2 seconds. And this is the only 2 seconds we have with a fucking puppet and the actor working actually with time. So we'll only use shot, reverse shot, so then we could just have the puppet just sit there and do nothing and just have it film over the shoulder. Fuck this movie.
The thing is, all the people that were filming with this movie were all on green screen doing the puppetry. So, you can do any kind of shot and just delete them or camouflage them into the
Exactly. You could have done anything clever. They could have moved the camera. They didn't even move the camera. It was just this. It was just still. They did nothing. It was nothing. Nothing was clever. Nothing. It just sucked. Fuck this movie. Jerry.
I'm probably gonna give this the best review possible. Maya Rudolph, call me. I got an OnlyFans, and I'm trying to recruit
you have an OnlyFans? Do you actually? Oh my god!
No.
Oh my god, no! But he's
Literally,
reaching. He's
Like
reaching.
Tony said, they had such a talented cast, and like Matt said, Maya Rudolph knows how to work with any piece of crap you give her, and it flows with her.
She was the
She
funniest
was
thing.
really the best part. If I had to rate this movie, in all honesty, I'm like Crispy. I'd give it like a 3.
I like the kiss shit
Yeah,
better.
I'd give it a 3. 3. I'd give it a 10. For Maya, I give Maya Rudolph a 10. I love Maya Rudolph.
Do you have a hard on for her?
Yes, I do. Like they
He's
could have
hiding
had her
it.
topless the whole movie, and that would have been
Oh my
been
God.
much more entertaining.
Oh man!
Oh, that
I'm
was the
gonna say
other
this.
thing that I was laughing
She
at.
can.
Oh, sorry.
She can
man.
save. She can save. Freaking what's it called? The grown-ups movies for me. That's how good she is. Those movies are not good, but her acting.
Don't recommend those, Matt. Fucking please don't.
I'm not.
Don't
I'm going
recommend those
next week.
fucking movies.
Grown up. No. No.
But
Well,
I'd really give it like a 2.5 or to a 3. Maya Rudolph really was the only saving grace with just she was so naturally casual with everything. All right, I got this banana. Why do you have a banana and you're breaking it
She
in?
wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't in it enough. Like, I wish she was in it more. I wish she was the main character. I would have liked it way more. I like, yeah.
The movie overall, unless you're high, drunk, or just incredibly just stupid, this movie is not going to appeal to you.
Mm-mm.
I was drunk and I still hated it. So you have to be blacked out.
Oh God.
Well,
I don't think
the
that
other-
with laughing gas would make this movie funny.
No, it's a void of comedy. It's a black hole of comedy. It sucks all the funny out of the room. And
Oh God.
I wanted to say the only other thing I laughed at, like with the movie and not like fuck this movie, this sucks, was when Elizabeth Banks went into the car and she blew up. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. She fucking died. But then she comes back at the end. I didn't even like really was paying attention anymore. I was like, oh, she's alive. Okay, I don't really care. Whatever. What? So they almost ruined that joke a little bit.
Yeah.
But when it was just shit. When people died, and that's sick to say, that's when I laughed. That was the funniest stuff. When people fucking died in this movie, and I don't know. That's all I have to say.
Oh God. So you heard everyone's choices. Their ratings. So I'm just gonna skip before we close this out. I have next week's picks.
Oh, no.
So I'm gonna state them right here.
Say it now. Say it
So
now.
I'm doing it right now. I'm stating right now. So Love, Death, Robots episode, I believe it's 4, Sunny's Edge.
4?
And episode 4 in
Okay.
season 1, and Sunny's Edge, and then Pacific Rim, the first movie.
Okay. Where can
Those are
I
my
see
choices.
Pacific Rim? Where can I see these things?
Pacific. I'll work on Pacific Rim for you. Okay.
You're gonna make the
Well,
movie for me?
No, I'll find it for you so you can watch it.
What about the other thing?
Love, Death, Robots.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a Netflix original.
Yeah.
Episode 4.
That's a
Okay.
good show.
If you don't want to be spoiled for Pacific Rim or Love, Death, Robots
Pacific Rim has
episode
been out for
4,
too long.
watch it before we review it.
Yes.
All right.
Hopefully, Josh enjoys these picks.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, help me. Give me a bone for once. Like, come on.
I'm trying to toss you one, and you're a picky bitch. That's
No, I'm not. You just keep giving me shit. Give me fucking Kiss lighting lasers and shit, and then this fucking Happytime.
Jerry
fuck
gave you puppets fucking.
What's
He gave you
the
puppet fucking.
What was the other movie you gave me? It sucked too. There's some other movie.
Ghoulies 2.
Oh well, Ghoulies 2 was like a good shit. That was a good shitty movie. I enjoyed that.
This was a bad shit.
That was a good. That was
Josh's
at least
rating
entertaining.
skills.
No, there was another movie you gave us, and I hate it. Sucked too. I can't fucking
I don't
remember.
remember.
Oh, whatever. What did you pick before Kiss Laser Show?
I don't remember.
See, that's how bad it was. All right, take it away,
All
Jerry.
3, 2, 1. I'm Jerry from Ola, and by Green Lantern's light, I'm guiding you all away.
I'm Josh, sending you off up and away until next BatYard's finest episode.
And I'm Matt, and this gentleman to my right here, I think right or left, is.
I'm Tony.
And we're becoming super friends one episode at a time. Yeah, buddy.
All right, we did it. Thanks
Good
for
night,
watching.
everybody.
Good night. Hopefully we watch something that's not total dog shit next time.
Watch out for those puppets.
Yeah,
They'll
watch
show
out
up like
for
no tomorrow.
for